Hello.
Hi, we are so excited to have you with us. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm Orly, and Orka is a women organization. We are Israeli women,
Sorry.
40,000 Israeli women from 55 countries. And we are so happy that you can take the time and talk to us today.
I am
Uh,
very happy to be here.
it's a very it's a very crucial time in Jewish history. So I'm so happy that we can learn from you because we all experience a lot of pain. And there is one thing that you wrote in your book, and I would really love if you can tell us more about it. You wrote, "Our painful experience aren't a liability, they are a gift." So when I read that, I felt like, can you please tell us more
Wait,
about,
sorry.
okay, can you tell us please more about this concept of how we can take our painful experience and look at it as a gift from
Yeah.
your own story?
If you don't feel, you cannot heal because until I really felt the pain I was going through, and me become the encourager and say it's temporary, I don't like it. Uh, it's important, and I'm going to stretch my comfort zone.
Beautiful.
And I think that's what's happening in a place like that, that there is no place um, to wait until something outside of you happen. You have to develop um, a congruency between what you're thinking and what you're feeling, so you can become congruent.
So, can you tell us about your experience? You were 16 when you sent to Auschwitz.
Yes.
And what happened next? I mean, how can you, I'm trying to understand how can you take all the pain that you experienced in Auschwitz and make it life lessons for everybody to learn from it.
Um, Well, one of the defense mechanism is the denial, denial and delusion, and also minimization. They say, "Oh, it wasn't so bad. It was okay." Yeah, well, it was very bad. And when the woman who interviewed me was there since 1941, she was from Poland. Those were the first people who who went to Auschwitz. And so I think it's my responsibility to know and tell people, and to know that my parents didn't die in vain. And and I think you are here and I am here to let people know what happens when good people do bad things, very bad things. So
Yeah.
that's why when I get up early in the morning, 5:30, and wonder, well, what will I say? And then you say, oh, I don't know until I say it. And you tell them what you're going to say and then say it. And then you tell them what you said. And that's what my teacher told me at the University of Texas. Uh, Tell him what you're going to say, like an old preacher, he said, and say it and then tell him what you said. And that's exactly what I did. And I got an A plus, and I graduated with honors, cum laude, not summa cum laude, but cum laude. Uh, I I am today also very responsible because when I talk to you, I hope I'm doing well by the other people uh, who don't have such an opportunity as I do. Um, I do all I can to let people know that love comes from the outside. Don't wait for someone to make you happy. I don't even know what that word is. Uh, I think it's important that I become a parent to me, and I don't drink or I don't smoke. We have choices, and the more choices we have, less we ever gonna feel like a victim. I was victimized. It's not my personality, but I'm not a victim as a person. It's not who I am. It's what was done to me. And I think I owe it to my children and grandchildren and 7 great grandsons. So that is the best revenge. And it's April 20th is Hitler's birthday.
So I want to ask you about time and healing, because you wrote in your book, time doesn't heal. Because you often hear people say, "Oh, time will heal it." So
No,
what did you take?
time doesn't heal anything. I think it's important for me to be responsible and let people, young people, know what happens when good people do bad things. I think this is important, and it's my calling.
It's
It's
like you
my,
say, it's what you do with the time.
it's not the time, it's what you do with the time. Yeah. Time doesn't heal, it's what you do with the time. That's for sure. For
So,
me,
so can you teach us how can you find a place in your heart to forgive? When somebody's doing something bad, how can you find the energy to forgive?
it's a very good question. Um, you dig as deep as you can and uh, and and pray for the enemies because they were beautiful, loving children at times, and then they were brainwashed, and they were brainwashed to hate me. So, I tell people I went to have steak at Ruth's Steakhouse many years ago, and then
The cobblestones.
pardon me,
The cobblestones triggered you.
the cobblestones that, yeah, and also uh, the word I'm trying to explain is to trigger. What triggers what? And so I was triggered when I was walking in Germany. Children were spitting at us and calling us Schweinehund. That means we were dogs, not even
Pig dogs.
people. Um, and I felt so sorry for the children because they were taught to hate me.
So when when somebody is doing something bad to us, we are seeking for revenge, right? This is what we taught.
That's what you were taught. And then you say, maybe I can do it my way. And not what I do, but how I feel afterwards.
So how can we overcome this feeling of revenge? Somebody is doing something bad to me and I want to get revenge.
But why should I sing that low?
Good one.
You know?
Beautiful.
Got it. So you say think high, higher than they are.
Yes, I meet them where they are, but then I treat them as if they were what they are capable of becoming. And that
I,
is my truth. It doesn't mean it's your truth. So I think we can exchange today philosophies. It doesn't mean I'm better than or less than. We're human beings, and therefore we're not perfect. Perfectionism promotes procrastination. I'll think about it tomorrow. I'll think about it tomorrow. I don't think about it at 96 about tomorrow. I live in the present. I can only touch you now.
There is one thing that I read in your book that I would love if you can explain it to us. You said in your book that you were more free than Mengele was when it's something that I'm trying to understand. If you can please tell us more about it.
The word understand is very academic. You have to go to the classroom to understand whatever I was understanding. And that was said to us, the Latin teacher, when I was in high school. You remember a special teacher that taught you something you still carry with you. And I think our time together will trigger feelings, and feeling gives you healing. And you cannot heal what you don't feel. So don't medicate feelings. It's okay to feel, just don't get stuck in it. Don't set up household in it. Yes.
And as Edie says, forgiveness is something that you do for yourself. She doesn't have the godly powers. You tell them, Edie.
Yes, exactly. I can only speak for me. I cannot speak for my sister or anyone else. Magda, I remember when the person who interviewed me was also a prisoner from Poland from 41, and I came in May 44.
The couple.
So, and my mother told me, as we were separated, that I'm gonna see her later. But then the woman told me, your mother is burning in the, I'm sorry to not cry right now. But I do teach people how to be a good parent to you. And because children don't do what we say, they do what we do. And I think it's important for us to be good role models. I hope to be a good role model at 96, that I do exactly what I say rather than saying one thing and do another, because that spells hypocrisy.
Wow, that is so powerful. Your message is so powerful, especially because you've been through hell. You know, sometimes we meet people and we say, oh, I've been through hell. No, we haven't been through hell. You've been through hell, and still you find inside of you so much love to other people. That is the huge inspiration for me. That's something so unique. So I have here my own teacher. Her name is Sarah Bell, and she would love to ask you some questions. Sarah. Sarah, תפתחי.
This is her teacher.
Yes, this is my teacher.
Sarah.
Yes. Hello, Dr.
And she's going to ask you questions.
Oh, how wonderful to meet you. You're a wonderful role model.
It is my honor and a huge honor and huge pleasure. And thank you, Orly, for enabling this meeting. It is a huge gift, a huge gift. So I would like to ask you about the second generation of Holocaust survivors.
Yes.
Your children are second generation. I am second generation as well. And I was wondering, you, by the time the Second World War broke out, you were about 14 years young, right?
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you experienced 14 years of a wonderful childhood with family and plays and wonderful smiling parents and happy family and all that. When I was born to my Holocaust survivor parents, there was no grandmother, no grandfather, there was no family at all. They were only the two of them survived. So as a child, I have experienced in my fantasy of a child many stories that I heard from them about this horrible Holocaust. And I believe that I am post-traumatic second generation of Holocaust survivors, because I didn't even have the 14 years of a family. There was absolutely nothing there. How do you relate to the second generation, Dr. Edith?
I meet them where they are, and I treat them as if they were what they're capable of becoming.
So you recognize
Well,
that, yeah, go ahead.
I don't treat a bomb as a bomb. I meet them and I treat them what they are capable of becoming.
And when they bring to you the horrors that they have heard from their parents, because not all children had this wonderful mother, Dr. Edith Eger, that brought back the happiness and not the suffering. Many families had, continued to suffer and experience those horrors.
I just say one thing, and one thing I say is, tell me more. Tell me more. And what they tell me, I could really write a book on it. Just what I hear, people are not forgetting. Forgetting is not about forgiving. Forgiving is a gift that you give to you. So you let go of the part in you that is judging other people. I didn't judge the 14-year-old who got up and told me that he's going to kill all the Jews. And just tell me more. I didn't say, you dummy, who do you think you're talking to? But I didn't say that. It wasn't my job, to let this young man hear what I had to say. But I did say that what can he do that will benefit not just him, but the world at large.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for
Thank you.
the answer. One more question, Orly. Can I say something? Ask. Just the name of your book is The Choice. Embrace the possible. When you say embrace the possible, do you mean during the experience trauma, or is it after?
The choice, embrace the possible. She's asking you the meaning of the choice, embracing the possible.
The meaning is that whatever you learn, you're getting it as a gift. That now you can look at midlife crisis. You say to yourself, I'm going through a midlife transition. That's what happens. You look at the same thing from a different perspective. You become an ophthalmologist,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you
Thank you
so
so
very
much.
much. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much, Dr. Edith Eger. And just last message that you have for Israelis that all around the world and experience very unique time.
Thank you for the interview, and I wish you well, and Passover, Easter, hopefully we can be brothers and sisters, and that's what I'm hoping for, that we can empower each other with our differences.
Thank you so much. So I'm just going to let you know that today is my birthday. And
Oh,
everybody asked me, what do you want for your birthday? So thanks God, I have everything. So you are my wishes. I mean, this is what my wish was to interview you. So just so you know, this is like the best gift that I got from you. So
yes,
I'm saying thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Chag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so very much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
ביי. ביי. ביי ביי. תודה רבה לאורטל המדהימה שארגנה לנו את המפגש המדהים הזה. תודה לכולכם שבאתם לחגוג איתי יום הולדת. תודה, תודה, תודה. אורטלוש, את מהממת, את מדהימה.
מזל טוב.
את פשוט, באמת, לא, את יודעת, אנשים, מה עוד אפשר לבקש ליום הולדת? אז הגשמתם לי את החלום שלי. עכשיו אני ארצה לראות רק את כולכם בגלרי. אני אעשה תמונת מסך עם כולכם. איזה כיף. היי, תודה לכולם, תודה שבאתם, תודה לשרה ארבל מורתי הגדולה על השאלות החכמות ועל הדרך שאת מצווה לי ועל זה שאת איתי יד ביד. תראו את הפרחים היפים שקיבלתי משרה, אני מתרגשת. ובאמת, אני מרגישה מבורכת על כל מה שיש לי בעולם. עכשיו כשאנחנו סוגרות את הזום, אני הולכת לאכול עם בעלי והילדים ארוחת צהריים.
אז לפני שאת הולכת, אני רוצה להגיד לך תודה ענקית על ההזדמנות המרגשת של פעם בחיים לפגוש את האישה הזאת, שהיא כבר מאוד מאוד מבוגרת, והצליחה בכל זאת לענות באופן מאוד ענייני לשאלות, ותודה אורלי, ומזל טוב מתוקה.
תודה לכם, בזכותכם אני תמיד אומרת, אתם הגשמתם לי את החלום, אורקה זה כל אחת מכן, זה החלום שלי, וזה בזכות כל אחת מענית, כמה זמן לא ראיתי אותך. ותראו את הצעיף היפה של סימה וייס, מי שרוצה צעיפים מהממים ממשי, שימה זאת הכתובת. תודה לכולן, שנה טוב, חג שמח, חג פסח כשר ושמח, ושבת שלום. נשיקות לכולם. ביי, תודה לכל מי שהייתה כאן. ביי.